What's good, guys? It's Lord Punk here. Welcome back to another video, and today we'll be going over some news for Insomniac's upcoming Spider-Man 3 leaks. But before we get into things, I wanted to mention I'll be giving away a $50 game card of your choice when we hit 5,000 subscribers on this channel. So hit the subscribe button and follow me on Twitter for your chance to win a $50 gift card for yourself. Now let's hop right in. The gaming world was recently rocked by a massive leak from Insomniac Games, shedding light on their future projects in the PlayStation brand. While gamers were thrilled to learn about the upcoming Venom video game, an X-Men project, and a new Ratchet & Clank installment, one revelation stood out as particularly surprising. Marvel's Spider-Man 3 is in the works as a two-part game. In this video, we will dive deep into the implications of this unexpected decision and explore what it could mean for the beloved Spider-Man franchise. One of the most intriguing aspects of Marvel's Spider-Man 3 being a two-part game is the potential for a massive cliffhanger at the end of the first installment, with Insomniac Games aiming to release Part 1 around holiday of 2027 and a Part 2 a year later during the holiday of 2028 window. It raises questions about how the story will unfold. Could Peter Parker stay retired for a while, allowing Part 1 to focus entirely on Miles Morales and Silk, with Peter making a triumphant return to face his great nemesis Doc Ock in the second installment? Alternatively, the first part could conclude with a jaw-dropping character reveal or shocking death, leaving fans eagerly speculating and discussing the game's plot for an entire year. This strategy would mirror the successful approach of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, with Infinity War and Endgame leaving audiences hanging for a year between the two films. Another critical aspect to consider is how Insomniac Game plans to balance the story when dealing with two main villains. In Marvel's Spider-Man 2, some fans felt that Venom was underutilized due to the need to split the narrative between multiple antagonists. With the two-part format, there's an opportunity to give each villain ample screen time. The first half of the game could revolve entirely around the Green Goblin, allowing players to delve deep into his character and motivations. This approach ensures that he doesn't suffer the same underutilization as Venom in the previous installment. Once the Green Goblin arc concludes, the second part could shift the focus to Doc Ock, intensifying his personal rivalry with Peter Parker and providing an engaging storyline that keeps players hooked. The leak also mentions the introduction of a multiplayer mode for Marvel's Spider-Man 3, releasing alongside Part 1. This edition could open up exciting possibilities for cooperative play and battling villains as a team. Moreover, there is speculation that a bundle combining the two single-player parts and the multiplayer mode will be released in 2029. While this is purely conjecture, it raises questions about how the multiplayer mode will tie into the overall narrative and whether it will draw inspiration from previous Spider-Man titles like The Great Web. Marvel's Spider-Man 3 being split into two parts may not solely be a creative decision. Business considerations might also be at play. Insomniac Games faces the challenge of managing large budgets, with Marvel's Spider-Man 2 reportedly costing $350 million to develop. Its successor is expected to be similarly expensive. By creating one massive game and dividing it into two parts, Insomniac could effectively double their sales, as players would be more inclined to stick around to see the full story unfold. While the desire for an epic conclusion to the Spidey saga is undoubtedly a driving force, revenue considerations cannot be overlooked. The two-part approach could be a strategic move to ensure the financial success of the game, allowing for more ambitious storytelling and gameplay. Now onto potential settings for the game. While New York City has been Peter Parker's iconic playground, Spider-Man 3 has potential to take us on a web-slinging adventure across the globe. Imagine soaring through exotic locations, grappling with unique challenges, and immersing ourselves in diverse cultures alongside our friendly neighborhood Spidey. Now, I still believe that New York City will be the main setting of Spider-Man 3 saga, but it still could be fun to look at some options that other fans have talked about on different forums. First, the most talked about, how about a possible grand tour of Europe? Rome, Italy. Imagine swinging through the ancient ruins of the Colosseum, dodging layers from a high-tech Oscorp facility disguised as a restoration project. Peter's knowledge of history and art could come into play as he faces off against villains inspired by Roman mythology. Paris, France. Picture scaling the Eiffel Tower, using its latticework as a giant web-slinging playground. A heist gone wrong at the Louvre Museum could see Peter teaming up with a reformed Black Cat against a band of art thieves wielding advanced tech. And finally, London, England. Swinging through the foggy streets and gothic alleyways of London would offer a thrilling atmosphere. Peter could face off against a new Goblin-inspired villain, the Jackal, who uses advanced genetic research to create monstrous hybrids. But maybe Spider-Man wants to see the vibrant hustle of Asia. First off, Tokyo, Japan. Neon-lit skyscrapers and bustling alleyways offer a visually stunning backdrop for high-octane action. Peter could team up with the Japanese Spider-Man, facing off against the technologically advanced Yakuza clan wielding cybernetic enhancements. Hong Kong, China. Imagine grappling across rooftops overlooking Victoria Harbor, facing off against a martial arts master wielding ancient artifacts imbued with mystical power. Peter might even have to consult with a mystical expert like Wong from Doctor Strange to unravel the secrets of these artifacts. Mumbai, India. The vibrant colors and and bustling crowds of Mumbai would create a unique atmosphere for a Spider-Man adventure. Peter could team up with a local tech expert to dismantle a criminal network using advanced drones and holographic technology. And finally, the untamed wilds of the world. The Amazon rainforest. Swinging through the dense canopy and encountering exotic wildlife would offer a unique gameplay experience. Peter could face off against poachers or eco-terrorists, using his skills to protect the fragile ecosystem. The Australian outback. Imagine racing sandstorms and battling giant mutated creatures in the harsh Australian outback. Peter might need to team up with some elders who possess ancient knowledge of the lands to overcome these threats. The Himalayas. Scaling the treacherous peaks and facing the harsh conditions of the Himalayas would test Peter's physical and mental limits. He could face a hidden society of monks who guard ancient secrets and face off against a villain seeking to exploit these powers for their own gain. These are just a few possibilities, and the potential for international settings in Spider-Man 3 is truly limitless. Each location could offer unique challenges, gameplay mechanics, and cultural references, making the game a truly global adventure. By showcasing the diversity of the world and respecting different cultures, Spider-Man 3 could set a new standard for superhero games and offer a truly immersive experience for players around the globe. Now, once again, I do believe that we will stick to New York, but these ideas could make for a fun DLC or games further down the line, taking a page out of Marvel's book as they did with the International Spider-Man adventures that we saw in the movies. Now back to some story speculation. The post-credit scene of Spider-Man 2 left a major bombshell. Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin, is back and might be aware of Peter's secret identity. This sets the stage for a potential explosive clash, fueled by Osborn's vengeful rage and Peter's desperate need to protect his loved ones. Additionally, the symbiote's remnant hints at the potential re-emergence of Venom, either as a villain or an uneasy ally. And don't forget Miles Morales, whose growing powers and responsibilities could lead to a dynamic partnership with Peter in this new game. Throw in Doc Ock's plans for revenge, and we have a very good base for a wonderful narrative. Spider-Man 3 isn't just about refining existing mechanics. Leaks suggest significant innovations, like an expanded combat system with new gadgets and traversal abilities. Imagine mastering aerobatics with a parkour focus, whipping enemies around with dynamic web takedowns, or even deploying drones for recon and offensive strikes. Weapon customization could take center stage, allowing players to craft unique combinations of gadgets and web attacks. As I mentioned earlier, these massive leaks hinted at a two-part Spider-Man 3, and so the thought is that we will have each half focusing on each of the Spider-Mans. This structure could offer distinct gameplay experiences, with Peter's seasoned skills contrasted with Miles' ever-evolving mastery of Venom energy. Imagine switching between characters seamlessly, tackling separate missions, or teaming up for epic boss battles, as we did in Spider-Man 2. This approach could help further redefine the superhero game genre, offering great narrative and gameplay variety. While speculation about Spider-Man 3 reigns supreme, Insomniac's ambitions could extend beyond the friendly neighborhood. The leaks suggest plans for a Venom spin-off game, capitalizing on the character's immense popularity. This opens the door for exploring the darker side of the Spideyverse, with players controlling the lethal anti-hero and unleashing his symbiotic chaos. Marvel's Spider-Man 3 being developed as a two-part game has sent shockwaves through the gaming community, with the potential for cliffhangers, a balanced focus on villains, the introduction of multiplayer, and business motivations. There is much to anticipate and speculate about. While fans should approach the leaked information with caution, the prospect of back-to-back years of Spider-Man excitement is undoubtedly thrilling. As we await further details and official announcements, one thing is certain: the Spider-Man franchise is poised for an unforgettable gaming experience that will keep fans swinging through the cities for years to come. What are some of your guys' web-slinging theories? Please let me know in the comments what you think. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications on so you won't miss any upcoming videos. I've been Lord Punk, and I'll see you guys in the next one.